Denise Ray's Ecology of a Cracker Childhood used figurative language to further explain her story. One form of figurative language Ray uses is similes. In the chapter Child of Pine, Ray states, "My hair was long and stringy, snarled at the nape like a rat's nest." This quote helps the reader to vividly imagine her appearance during the moment she is speaking of. Another form of figurative language she uses is metaphors. Ray states, "I carry the landscape inside me like an ache. The story of who I am cannot be severed from the story of the Flatwoods." The quote helps to further elaborate the strong ties she has with the landscape. Saying that her story and the story of the Flatwoods cannot be separated shows how much time she spent around them and their importance to her. Ray continuously uses personification to describe the plant life. Personification is so frequently used that the plant life eventually becomes its own character. In Chapter 4, Ray states, "A forest never tells its secrets, but reveals them slowly over time, and a longleaf forest is full of secrets." The quote shows the reasoning behind her fascination with forests. The forest is mysterious and full of unknowns, therefore it intrigues her. Although the biotic influences are very important, the abiotic influences are as well. The abiotic influences are the non-living factors. The abiotic influences in Janice Ray's life include lightning and storms, fire, books, the river which they later travel through, and the junkyard next to Ray's house. In the chapter Built by Fire, Ray tells the origin myth of how fire and the longleaf pine relate. Originally, lightning would strike the trees, causing them to catch fire and burn to the ground. Eventually, the longleaf adapted to survive against the lightning. The longleaf and the lightning began to depend on each other, and the longleaf became known as the pine that fire built. The many abiotic and biotic influences of Ray's life are presented throughout her memoir. Biotic influences are the living factors. The biotic influences in Janice Ray's life include her parents, her siblings, her teachers, her friends, the animals that were always around her or being saved by her parents, or as well as plant life. Similar to Janice Ray, my biotic influences consist mostly of the people who influenced me the most, such as my parents, grandparents, relatives, siblings, friends, teachers, and coaches. In addition to the people, the surrounding nature also has an impact on me. This includes the pine trees, flowers, animals, and my childhood pets. Similar to Janice Ray's personal ecology, I also have abiotic and biotic influences. My abiotic influences consist of things such as my camera, phone, TV, clothes, music, and knowledge, as well as locations such as my home, the Roswell Recreation Center, and Roswell High School. Many of my abiotic influences are affected by my biotic influences. For example, friends and teachers affect my learning environment, which is an abiotic influence. With a good environment, I am able to get the knowledge I need to further my education. The other biotic influences, my friends make the days more tolerable and entertaining, giving me a break from all the stress from school. My personal ecology shows that my parents, my siblings who are pictured here, and my friends have a big impact on my life and always encourage me to do the best that I can. Janice Ray's abiotic and biotic influences prompt her to better the world and do things that she enjoys. In conclusion, surround yourself with people who make you happy and also strive to be a better person.